Man, am I about to literally eat my words.
If this man makes nationals, I will be doing a Hot Ones interview with him in Nacogdoches.
Sounds good to me. I love me some hot wings.
I am here with 2023 NCAA Outdoor Track and Field National Championship qualifier in the javelin, Izac, Canchola. And we are here at Buffalo Wild Wings with a different SFA Athletics type episode that is sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings. So whenever you're in Nacogdoches and you want some fine wings or anything else that you want, make sure you visit Buffalo Wild Wings here in Nacogdoches. So what this is inspired based off of the YouTube series Hot Ones produced by First We Feast. I'll be asking Izac some interview questions, and we will be going from tamer wings, which starts off with honey barbecue, and going all the way up to blazing knockout. And hopefully I will not be crying because my spice tolerance is not as good as his.
I like the heat, but it might come back and bite me in the butt. Cheers.
So you have had quite a run just to get back to this point. You had an injury that set you back nearly 2 years. You had qualified for the national championships when you went to Eugene, Oregon, a few years ago. So guide the process in order to get back to this year, where you win Comeback Athlete of the Year at the Golden Axes, and then eventually qualify for the national championship.
So honestly, it all started with my first college track meet. I blew up my arm. Well, my UCL, not my arm. And I got my scans and my results, and it was completely torn. So they said, hey, you're gonna need surgery and you're done for the rest of the year. But COVID was the year before, so I didn't want to miss 2 years. So I told my trainer, I don't want to miss. I want to push through the pain. And then we couldn't really throw far, and throwing far is what you have to do to qualify for big stuff like this.
Usually in javelin, yes.
Yeah. And so we tried, went to rehab, and we get to conference, and I somehow PR, and I qualified me for the first rounds for regionals, and then at regionals it was really close, and I got 12th place and top 12 naked, and I was scared, I was crying. And then we ended up going to Eugene, Oregon for the national championships, and then I had the choice to get my surgery right when I got back. So I was honestly ready to compete the day of my surgery, but they wouldn't let me. So I had to rehab for 17 months. Casey and I, we butted heads a lot, but it was, I started off from just trying to get more angles of extension, and then when I got all the way out, then I started with baseballs, then I started with the mini javelins, and I worked my way back up. And finally it was, I got cleared in December, so we had our first purple and white scrimmage meet, and I opened up 2 months, I think, before the season with a PR 2 meters further than what I had run previously. So it was very exciting. And then we just kept being consistent with that. I had little falls, but ended up winning Comeback Athlete of the Year, so I was excited for that one. And then once again at the regional championships, after conference champion, I threw further, but this year was a lot tougher, and I got 11 out of 12, and it was still just as nerve-wracking. I enjoyed the process, had a bunch of ups and downs, but sports was the only thing that was really pushing me through, and that's where to get back to throwing as well.
You had tons of sports when you were in high school. You had track, you had football, basketball, and I think a couple more if you want to add all the way in there.
Swimming?
So yes, swimming too. How did you narrow down to just being track? And then go into the aspect of once you chose the track and field route, what led you to just being able to specifically focus on javelin?
I grew up in a small town, so there wasn't very many things to do. Next, the biggest place I've ever lived. My hometown has less than 3,000 people, so my parents wanted me to keep busy with sports, so I did as many as I possibly could. I did soccer, gymnastics, I did karate for a little bit. And so it was the only thing really keeping me busy so I wouldn't get in trouble. And then I started throwing further and further as I got older. I did shot put, discus, javelin. I mainly started specifying the track later in my high school career because I still want to do all my sports. I did varsity everything. And then I get to SFA and I got recruited to be a decathlete. It was really cool, but I had no fun. I did all the events, did 10 of them. It was really fun, kept me busy. But then COVID happened and then I came back and I was javelin only at the time. And then now I'm trying to get my shot on the golf team. I'm trying to get a golf.
I'm like you don't do anything as it is already.
Yeah, being a national caliber javelin thrower, I don't know.
A little bit more kick, which means I'm scared.
That's a tough quarter of the market.
Now on to Ty Curry.
That's a big jump. We went from like a quarter of the way to 3/4.
So in the original Hot One series, about the halfway point is when they usually do a deep dive on a celebrity's social media. Izac has a special case because he has his original Instagram, and then he also has a new Instagram because the old Instagram got hacked. But I was able to find some things from his deep dive. He doesn't know what I'm about to pull up, so this is going to be fun. If you may, please grab the third wing as I show you these images and you try to explain it.
This is at my hometown, from Refugio, and they just won the state title for both men and women. And tracks in my town's DNA. And I was so busy during the track meets that that I've been doing shot put and discus obviously because I throw a lot, but when I'm throwing shot put, I'd have to run to another event because I did 5 events in high school. So they act like shot putters don't do high jump. So if I wasn't in my throwing shoes, I'd get my spikes. And then when I switched to my next event, discus, they act like discus throwers don't do pole vault. So I had to take my poles, go in between. Sometimes they'd have me like get on golf carts and then I had to go back and forth. I would have escorts take me to and from different events. So I'd have to like pause the thing, or I'd have to like jump on whatever height it was.
Going back August 30th, 2015, I just want to understand why.
It was honestly just one of those why not posts.
Yeah.
I was like, why not? Because my post before, I didn't really get any likes on Instagram. So I was like, well, let me try to post something without my face. And I was like, well, why not post a potato or something? So it's like a spicy pomelo.
The last one, and it's a perfect segue.
This is my beautiful wife. We met here in college. She played SFA tennis. We met after COVID, and we met downtown at Bonita Creek. My dance moves won her over, obviously. But
Which ones?
my line dance. I was walking away, I was gonna text her, I was like, hey, thanks for the ride. And it turns out that she didn't add me back on Snapchat. She was private. So I just got the username, that's all I got. So I chased down her car and knocked on the window and I was like, hey, you didn't add me back on Snap. And her friends were like, did you really just chase down the car so you can get her Snapchat? I was like, you see your friend back there? Heck yeah, shoot for it. They were like, oh. I somehow convinced her to go on a date with me the next night. And I spent all my money on her because I was a broke college freshman. And I mean, it worked for the date. And then we went to Houston the next day, and I was like, hey, we're having some good time. Would you like to be my girlfriend? She's like, nah, I don't want a boyfriend. I just got to have a relationship, and I'm tired of boyfriends. I'm just going to waste my time. She goes, I want a husband. And I guess in her mind, she was waiting for me to give her a bunch of excuses on why I couldn't be her boyfriend or her husband. But in my mind, I was like, all right, because I like taking chances. And she was pretty, so I was like, what could go wrong? Right? And then the next day we showed up to the courthouse and signed all the papers. And we're married. But here we are now. August will be 3 years, and she's saved me. She's my rock.
That's adorable.
I was a mess before I met her. And then slightly less of a mess. This one's gonna look good. What's this one?
This is where the dramatic music comes in. We are at Wild, the one that is underneath Blazing. Ready? Salute.
Not too bad. For you. I'm getting the guy kick him. It's like slow.
Well, with traveling with you guys, I've been able to see more of the dynamic with specifically your throwers coach, and also the impact that he's had on your teammates, especially the group that you guys have had. Break down a little bit of the SFA thrower group, Coach Glass, and the impact he's had on every teammate you've had.
I'll start off with coordinator. This guy doesn't look like your average athlete. He kind of just a lank white guy, and you wouldn't expect him to be the best javelin thrower SFA's ever had so far. I'm not done yet. But Court was our conference champion the year before I got to SFA, and I came in throwing farther than him from high school, and he won that. And then that's when we got Coach Key. That's when I got there. Coach Key was my first coach, and he was a multi like I was. So we really just didn't really know much. After Coach Key was done being on the decathlete, he just went straight to coaching SFA. So really, we would just go out there and grip and rip every day and throw bombs. And I was beating Court at the time. And then we got Coach Glass, and he changed everyone's throwing career. Honestly, he's helped us so much. He'll do anything to help us. New techniques. He'll go to conferences to learn different ways. And Court's best throw was like 62 meters at some point, and he bought into Coach Glass's process, and he was the hardest working guy I've ever met. He was like a younger big brother. Court I think Court was a lifetime guest at the SFA library. Because I think he worked harder off the field than he did on the field. Perfect 4.0 every semester in a hard degree. Never missed one day at school. But honestly, Coach Glass he's helped it so much. He's changed this program. We were the #1 throws program in all the WAC, and we led that. Sadly, we didn't win the whole competition, but throws were pretty tough. You sure you want the big one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Last question is usually the hardest one.
Blazing, baby.
Blazing. For you. I really regret making this bet with you.
I'm enjoying it.
Going to Austin, competing against 23 of the other best javelin throwers in the country who have qualified with you, know about you. You're entering the field, placed 11th in regionals. What does DAC Nation have to look forward from you in Austin?
This is the
Cheers.
the biggest meet of my career so far. Hopefully, we got plenty more to come.
Cool.
But like I said, the other 23 guys, I've competed with a bunch of them before. I've been doing javelin since 2012 or 13. I've competed against some of these guys since I was 12 or 13. I'm gonna have some fun. I'm honestly very grateful to be there. I have so much appreciation for sports in general. It's all I've known growing up, and it's opened so many doors for me. I've got to travel so much. I've got to meet so many people, and made some great friendships. Like, I have some plans already set up next week to go hang out with some of the javelin guys. But I'm excited. I plan on a good show, and I want to meet my parents, my coaches, and it's a favorite practice. It was hot.
Yeah. God, it's hot.
My eyes are watering.
I like the heat, but it might come back and bite me.
Alright, I'm gonna try to wrap this thing up as best as I can while dying. First off,
Wait. If I do good, can we do another one in Austin? Maybe a hotter one?
Well, thank you to Buffalo Wild Wings and Nacogdoches for sponsoring this episode. As you're starting to die too, the camera's all yours. Thank whoever you want. Say whatever you want. And we'll wrap this thing up.
I want to give the biggest thanks to Stephen F. Austin. They took a chance on me when no one else would in high school. I came out throwing really far in high school. I was ranked really high, but no schools would take their shot on me because my grades weren't the best. But SFA took their shot, and I came with academic probation. And I come a long way. I was a busy person as a freshman. Here I am now, 2023, about to graduate. I'm the first person in my family to go to college. I have no more milk. I can finally say I'm a conference champion. 2-time national qualifier. And I'm happily married, and I wouldn't have met my wife if it wasn't for SFA. So they've done more than most will ever know, but I love this place. Go Jacks.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, Izac Canchola, you can catch him in Austin during the NCAA Track and Field Outdoor Championships, javelin competing on Wednesday, the first day, June 7th. Izac, thank you for your time, Jack Nation. We're gonna keep on dying, and we'll see you next time.
That was way worse than my wild.
Excellent.